Righto, back on the Morris with the alternator bracket. Hopefully this one will finish it off today. I've got the radiator out, as you can see, and I've got more access to align these pulleys up, which I've pretty much done as best I think I'm going to get it. The two pulleys are different thickness anyway, so I can't line up the faces. All I could do was eyeball the faces down that way. It's a bit dark, I know, I can't really see it myself, and then use a string line to line up the center of the pulleys. So hopefully they're parallel with each other that way, and the center line's as close as I can get it. And so now I really just got to mark up my holes from underneath here and drill my bracket and bolt that down. It'll probably have a little bit of movement so I can sort of fine tune it, but I think that's that. I can also get a measurement of the distance for the pulley, for the belt that's got to go in there, so for the alternator belt, and try and get hold of an alternator belt as well. And I think we're good. Then then we'll have to move on to the next little job. Alright, we will mark up these holes and drill them and see what it looks like. But I just drilled some holes, and we're about to clean this up a bit. I'll trial it just before I clean it up, just make sure that it's right, and then I'm gonna shape my bracket up a bit, just make it a little bit more what could you say, authentic looking rather than just the squareness to it, and maybe even age it up a bit so it doesn't look like it's brand new. Alright, we'll give that a crack. Righto, I've cleaned that bracket up. What I did, you might have saw in the time lapse, is I hit it with the burr in the little die grinder just to sort of roughen that up, make a bit of a faux cast look maybe, or just age it a bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a bit of this rust converter, which I've used a lot of all over the car before the painting process and whatnot, but this one I want to use it as a patina on it, just to give it, take the shine from the metal, even though that will rust anyway. But I want to turn this sort of a blacky colour, just to make it disappear a little bit against the engine and the rest of the components that aren't brand new. So we'll just see what happens. I'm just going to wipe it all over, and it generally goes black, especially if there's rust on there. Even though there's no rust on here, it'll still oxidize. That steel's already oxidizing in the open air anyway, and it's possibly humid around a little bit. The sun's out today, so we've got a nice day, a bit of a cool breeze, but definitely got the shed door open, and definitely nice for just tinkering in the shed and doing a bit to this car in between all life, all the other life things that happen. But it is coming along, even now, like that's, I could give that a few more coats even, but that's as much as I'm going to do with that. Really, I'll put a bit more of this on, but I don't need much. This is just a, I think it's a Mega brand from Repco. It's easily got for me because we don't have we don't have any paint shops and things around here, so that deal in automotive sort of stuff. So Repco is the place at the moment, and when I can get down to Ballarat or another town where they have there's a bigger population, there is some proper professional paint shops where I get some of my other finishes and bits and pieces for painting the car. But for these sorts of jobs, and sort of all the underbody. The Repco brand stuff's been pretty damn good. Can't complain about it. It's definitely not as expensive as brand name. Well, it's a brand, but no fancy stuff. You know, Valspar and PPG and all them. But you know, not saying that they're expensive. I'm just saying that they're more professional application, where this is, yeah, DIY, I guess you'd say, for your automotive stuff. So, which is exactly what I am. I'm definitely not a professional by any means, shape or form. So yeah, I think that'll be all right. And I can dress it up a bit more on the car later on. I'm going to let that dry now. Go and have a bit of lunch, yeah, and come back and install that. Put my pulley back up, and then we will be back onto this one. And I'll probably end up doing the same sort of thing with this, with the patina wires, once I work out the bracketry to bolt this up. And yeah, we're moving. Finally there. Got this bracket sorted out, the other one sorted out and all patinaed up, same with this one. We've got a good range of movement for adjustment. Can't get much better than that, really. I did try the bracket the other way, mucked around with a few different ideas, but this has come out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I've had to space it out a little bit, keep it away from the hoses. So yeah, no, this has worked out really good. Happy with that, and that's going to work out really nice. So the next thing will be probably onto the diff and the brakes. So yeah, that'll be in the next lot, unless I find something else that I want to do. But that's where we're at. So we'll leave it here, and thanks for watching. Catch you later.